to be a very exciting time, and I think it still is. Hello everyone, I'm Katie Gordon. I am the founder of Dietless Living and the author of The Missing Link to Sustainable Weight Loss. Welcome to Monday, and thank you so much for joining me today for our live broadcast, our first one for the day and our first one for the week. Today we are going to talk about the 5 steps to get, for you to get the most out of the current situation that you find yourself in now, to get the most out of your life right here, right now. Because we all want to do that, whether it's coronavirus or just any other day of life. We want to get the most out of our life every single day. We want to squeeze the juice out of it, and sometimes squeezing the juice out of it's just as simple as getting a bit of relaxation time. I'm looking with envy down on the people who are in the apartment building next door. Their pool's still open and people are still sunning themselves down there, physically distanced obviously, laying on their towels, doing all the right things, but they are getting some sunshine, and I must say I'm a little green with envy. But we're not here to talk about them, we're here to talk about you, and how can you get the very most out of your life right here, right now. So hands up if you're feeling a little bit adrift right now. Maybe too many things have changed for you and you've kind of lost your equilibrium. What about hands up if you're feeling caught between two seemingly opposite feelings? The one where you're going, oh, hooray, it's downtime, it is unexpected, freely given downtime for me, and the little voice in your head that's going, ooh, this is a sensational time to get going with some of those things that I've been wanting to do, and not just cleaning out the wardrobe, although that is fun. Or hands up maybe if you're just finding time is flying past, that you thought, okay, great, I will do something with this time, but I'm also going to enjoy a little bit of relaxation time, and enjoy this kind of holiday mode. But you're noticing that time's whoosh, flying past, because you know you can't save time, you can only spend it wisely. Or perhaps hand up if you're you actually do want to get something done and you're feeling in the mood and in the spirit, but you're just not really sure how to do that right now. I am here today to tell you what are the 5 steps that will get you to get the most out of this time right here, right now. But first of all, we'll talk about the 3 things that's generally holding somebody back. So the first one is lack of vision. That big old vision over there that we should sort of be spiking towards. If we're not doing, if we're not on path to making a change and using our time wisely at the moment, it's because we don't have that clarity of vision. Where we're going, why we're going, and what we're going to experience when we get there. We generally have a lack of strategy about how to get us to that vision. Sometimes we have the vision, but we don't understand the strategy to get ourselves there. And if we don't have a strategy to get there, it's generally speaking because we have a skills and knowledge gap, that we aren't clear on how to fill, or who can help us to fill that those gaps. So we sometimes, if we don't have that clarity, that vision to drive us forward, we tend to be a bit like a rudderless ship bobbing around in the sea of time, hoping to find our way to the shore that we want to end up at. And sometimes we get lost in storms along the way, which is not really what we want. We want to be heading to shore. Land ho, I say. When I see my dreams coming into sight, I actually do say that. Land ho! Because that's what it feels like. Number 2 is either weak or non-existent routines, structures or schedules. We need to have proper routines, structures and schedules to be able to achieve these visions for life, because if we don't have structures and routines, then that's where the bobbing around in the sea of time really comes in, because we get up and we don't have a structure or a routine for either our day or our week or our month. Sometimes people can't work on their projects, their goals and visions every minute of every day, but we've got to structure it in. It's like the weft in clothing, you know, it's got to be woven in there for it to turn up. You know, when you get something embroidered on clothes, you know, the tapestry of life is there, but if we don't weave in the structures and routines and schedules that are needed to produce that picture on the fabric of life, that's when we don't get to see it, right? It ends up being as bland as my top. Number 3 is no success strategies to get you to that vision. So number 3 is, if you don't have those success strategies to propel you forward and help you navigate your way through the obstacle course that can be experienced and is 100% guaranteed to be experienced on your journey to whatever that vision is that you have for the future. If you don't have those success strategies to self-correct your own behavior, the obstacles really aren't the things that we don't have, those skills and knowledge gaps. It's really the obstacles about how we feel about that's the main obstacle, how we feel and how we think about and how we react to the things that are perceived as obstacles in our life. So we get bogged down in procrastination, we get bogged down in, or we allow other people's agendas to come in because we've lost that energy for heading towards our own goals, because we haven't got the structures and we haven't got the vision. So a failure to do the vision, a failure to know what your skills and knowledge gap is, a failure to get those structures, routines and schedules in place, know your priorities. It all sounds like hard work, doesn't it? But I guarantee you, if you don't build fun in, it isn't going to work either. So that's the sneaky number 4 that gets in the way of us achieving our goals and dreams, if we don't weave enough of that fun and entertainment in there. So the lovely Confucius was heard to say, one of his quotes is that if a man who does not plan and think ahead for the long term will find trouble at his door. And that's what we really need to be doing in this wonderful gifted moment of extra time on our hands. Now, we may not have the finances to do a lot at the moment, we might do, but we might not have those things. We might feel the resources are not as abundantly available to us at the moment, but never ever let that get in the way of a good plan, because sometimes all you can do is plan to be ready to go. So we're going to talk today about the 5 things that you can do right now to get the most out of life. And now is the time to reevaluate where you're at, what you're doing, what you want, why you want it. Because in life, oh, look, there's a hair. In life, we have distractions, just like that. So, and what we generally do, and why we postpone going for all our goals and dreams, is that we have been stuck on these cow paths. Do you know what a cow path is? I'm sure you do. A cow path is the dairy cows. They just weave this one path all over the paddock. They might run off to the side and have a bit of a nibble, but in general, they stay on their path and they go to there and they go to there, and then they go over to the water trough here, and they come up here for milking, and then they go down there for food. And we humans are absolutely the same. We have our cow paths. We go from home to work, to the same shops, to wherever we drop the kids off, school, their extra school activities. We have our social places that we go to. We have all these cow paths that we go to. And so when we think about adding in a change, we feel that we can't, because we've got all these cow paths carved out, and we don't know how to fit something else in. Well, now is the perfect time, because all those cow paths, non-existent. Now is the time to actually get in there, reevaluate, review, regroup, and see what it is that you want to do. And then it's basically ready, set, go, and you're off and racing. So number one is to get that visual vision crystal clear. We want the vision. What is it that you want to experience? Now, don't think of the vision as material objects. Remember one I did last week, I think, where I talked about your purpose, your theme for life, what it is that you want to be experiencing in life, whether it's giving more to community, family, love and connection, freedom, whatever it is that you want to be experiencing in life, that's your vision, okay? And then it's to work out why you want that, what it is, and a mud map. Remember, I drew the bit of a mud map last week as well. There was you might want a home here, you might want a job there, you might want babies here, you might want holidays there. The vision of what it is that gives you, like the steps that gives you that vision. Okay, so that's the mud map. And when you've got the mud map, then you work out what the first few steps are to creating that first item on the mud map. Or maybe you're someone who does big picture really, really well. I'm actually very good at big picture and fortunately quite good at the detail. But if you're a big picture person, maybe you see your big picture really easy and you see large steps to get there. Okay, I need that and that and that. And then your job will be to come back and work out what's the large steps that will get you from here to that first one. So keep thinking large steps, but really you're breaking yourself back down into finding the details to get those steps. So that's number one, is get clarity on your vision. What is it you want to experience in your life? What is it that you want to have? What is the state of being that you want to live in? So number one, get your vision, get your why, and then think about how you're going to get there, the first steps. Number two, never was good at counting. Number two is those structures, routines, schedules, prioritizing. Now, we've all heard about the people get up at 4:30, do, hours of work before you go to work. And for some people that works fantastic. I'm one of them. I do it. I get up at 4:30 and I do a whole bunch of things before my work day starts. I never used to be that kind of person because I was already getting up at 4:30 to go to bloody work. So for some people, getting up early is not it. And if you're getting up that early, tapping it in at the end of the day may not be your thing, but you've got to find somewhere in there to carve out the time that you're going to do what you're going to do. Your structures, your schedules, your routines. You've got to carve it out. So you might be able to do it on a Saturday for 2 hours, or on a Sunday for 2 hours, or one night a week, or whatever it is. work out what you can give to achieving your mission, schedule it in, just the same as everything else. Schedule it in. You don't have to, you know, put in doing your teeth and going shopping. These things happen. If it's if it's important to you, put it in your diary, put it in your plan, put it in your mind. Let everyone else know this is my time. It's very, very important. Prepare, plan, do, and repeat. So remember that. Prepare, plan, do, repeat. So that's step number 2, is to put in your routines, your structures, your schedules, and prioritize. Because remember, if you're not a priority for you, then you'll end up prioritizing other people for them. Number 3 is to say it, do it, and deliver on it. So it's basically to constantly be regrouping, because it's amazing how many times we will get blown off course, even if we are a ship with a very good rudder and a good crew and a good captain. We still get blown off course when storms come. So you may have already had your vision, your structures, and your routine. Coronavirus has come in here and blown you off course. You have to constantly, life is consistently about regrouping, reviewing, resetting, going again. And those plans that we make for the future, you know they're going to change, right? They're just something you've got to head towards, but you know they're going to change. You just absolutely know there's going to have to be flexibility in there, and that's the good thing to know. Put your plan in, but know it's going to change, and be adaptable, be flexible to do exactly that, because the person who can adapt is the person who has the most opportunities at the end of the day. So that's number 3. Stick to your chosen routine, schedules, and structures. Prepare to be blown off course and gather yourself back, reset, regroup, go again. Number 4 is to fill in your skills and knowledge gap. Now, what you need there is those success strategies to help you self-correct. You need success strategies for self-coaching yourself, for inspiring yourself, for keeping yourself on track with those schedules and routines, because sure as the price of eggs will go up and down in life, we just know that we need success strategies, and the success strategies are to overcome procrastination, overcome interruptions, overcome distractions, overcome emotional imbalance, overcome negative thoughts, overcome behavioral inflexibilities, overcome whatever it is that comes your way. You need to fill in those gaps, that success, the skills gap that allows you to surmount anything and everything in life. It is really all about personal leadership, because you need success strategies to be able to lead yourself forward to that big dream, that big goal. And I keep forgetting to write them up, but I will in one moment. I'll refresh. So and number 5 is to track your success, track your progress every day on what you're doing. Now, you might only schedule in once a week to work on your project or your big vision and achieving the steps along the way, but you need to track your progress every day. Why every day if you're only working on it once a week? Because you want to check that you are on track mentally, focused towards it, and that everything that you're doing on every other day is allowing you to work up to that moment where you get to work on it. Because sure as the sun comes up in the morning, if you're not tracking what's happening every day, when you get to the one time of the week where you're able to do your thing and you've scheduled it in, things may have gone off track and gone awry, and you may not actually be going to get there. You go, oh, it's Saturday. This is the day I'm going to write 500 words for my book. But the week got out of control on me, and I've got this. I could take little Jimmy to the, well, can't have to take him to the soccer at the moment, but you know, that you've got other things that have come in that have backlogged from the week. So that's why you've got to track your progress every day so that you stick with whatever schedule. And if you're working on your project every day, then you've got to track yourself to make sure that what you're doing is effective and productive, not just busy. I spend a lot of time really busy, 60 hours a week, but really what I was spending all my time on was not the things I should be spending time on. I think it was Brian Tracy who said, there's nothing more devastating, there's no bigger failure than working diligently and consistently on the things that don't matter. That was a real eye-opener statement for me, and I read that a few years ago, and it really changed what I was doing. Then I started measuring my progress and tracking my progress every day. Acknowledge challenges, the internal, the external challenges, plan to succeed, ask for help, and remember to have fun. That's the main thing. So what did we have? We had vision is number 1. Number 2 was routines, structures, and schedules. Oops. Number 3 was stick to the above. Stick to your routine, structures, and schedules, and reset, regroup, and go again. What was number 4? What was number 4? Number 4. Fill your skills gap. You need success strategies. And number 5 was, track. You can almost hear it turning over in there, can't you? Track your progress. Have you ever heard this saying, what doesn't get measured doesn't get improved, or rather what gets measured gets improved? So that is the 5 steps to getting the most out of your life right now, is to have your vision for the future, whatever that is. And remember, a vision for the future is how you want to feel, not the material items you want to have. They are included if they give you the feeling that you want. And remember, a feeling is something you can have here and now. You don't have to wait for the future. You can conjure up any kind of feeling any time of the day. Number 2, your routines and your structures. Your schedules, have them. Don't let yourself bounce around in the wave of non-productivity. You know, the holiday mode is great. We need to rest our bodies. I'm sure you deserve a rest by now. Don't let it go too long. Even on holidays, they say to stick with some routine that's very close to what you normally do, but allow your mind to rest. That's the most important thing. Allow that expansive thoughts and feelings to happen, because we need to think, and we need to daydream, and we need to contemplate solutions, and we need to allow all of that stuff to bubble up. It's all inside us. We do know exactly what we want, and what skills and abilities we have to get it. And sometimes we just get these big downloads from somewhere and these magic ideas. So you do need to have a routine that includes rest time. Routines and structures aren't just about bang, bang, bang going ahead. It's about fitting in everything that's important and not allowing time to dissipate into the ether without you knowing where it went. Stick to your routine structures. Reset when life comes in, changes happen. Coronavirus came in and upset everybody's routines and schedules. Remember what's important. Reset, regroup, go again. Go back to the vision. Now your vision just might be a health vision. It doesn't have to be the big grandiose vision of life, but it just might be your health vision. It could be your love vision, your financial vision, or it could be a vision that incorporates all these things. Fill in your skills gap. And your skills gap are going to be those success strategies for getting past procrastination, getting past interference, getting past being blown off course. Learn your success strategies. They're really easy, but it is self-leadership that gets you to the vision, always. Nobody really ever got to their vision without leading themselves through the challenging times, and the challenging times only exist in our head, not anywhere else really. Track your progress. What gets tracked gets improved. What gets measured gets improved. So that's what today is all about. They're the 5 steps to get the very most, to wring the very most out of this time that you've got right here, right now. Because remember, in a crisis, you don't need hope. Hope is not a strategy. In times of crisis, what you want is leadership. You want to know you can lead yourself through anything and end up where you want to go. What new opportunities are open to you right at the moment? How can you create change that you want? How can you take advantage of everything that's right here in front of you? There's so much right here in front of us that we can enjoy, take advantage of, as in new opportunities to live our life in a way that gives us joy and happiness, to gives you joy and happiness. So what is it that you can do to take advantage of this situation, of this gift of time? For some people it really is a gift of time with their family, a gift of time with themselves, a gift of time at home, to enjoy feeling that home connection again, a gift of time to connect with people. We're all hopping on Zoom and having virtual coffees. We're probably, for some people, having a lot more actual connection time than we were before. So that's really good. Now remember, these broadcasts are here to remind you of your strengths, your capabilities, your ability to reach in and grab all your own resources, because you have everything you need here, right here inside you. You have everything you need. You've overcome lots of stuff in the past. You're going to overcome this, however it's affecting you, and you're going to get to your vision. Keep an eye out on Facebook for the Dietless Living Word of the Day. I've got from A to Z of all these fantastic, inspiring words to remind you exactly who you are. And if you've really enjoyed today, this particular video, please do share it with your friends on Facebook and share the motivation, because that's what I'm here to do, is to help you to get motivated to keep going, to find a vision if you haven't had one, and if you've got one, to keep it in check, to keep it in your eyesight and stay on target. Thank you very much for watching. I will be back this afternoon at 4:30. We'll do a quick recap of this and extend it out further and take the conversation into some new places and build upon it. Thank you so much. I'm sorry I can't see my screen to say hi to you that you're watching, because I'm still doing the phone reverse thing. But I'll get beyond that. Technology is turning out to be my friend. So I hope to see you all this afternoon. Please do share this with people if you feel that they will benefit from knowing 5 simple things that they can do to get the very most out of their life right now. Bye for now. I'll see you this afternoon. Bye.